agree with her in there. Your children have the power to decide
for
what
themselves.
They want to.
Yes.
So you do not have to listen to whoever your God is before they can decide who they want to be with. So if genuinely they want to be with a man of God, allow them.
And if it didn't work for her, doesn't mean it won't work.
Atasa.
I don't want peace. I don't want peace. I want problem. I want problem. Always.
You get it? You get it? If you don't get it, forget it. If you don't get it.
Yeah, how can you tell me this story?
All the lie, all the lie, all the lie. You said all the lie.
Power to the rich.
Ebusiafo Mamini or your VJ Parker Rich, the fancy YouTuber, and I'm here with my brother,
the fancy prodigy PKB.
PKB. I say that. Oh yeah, Counsellor Charlotte Oduro.
Yeah.
Now what should they talk, PKB?
So Charlotte Oduro say, or in SMP, but you be born tough. I say. And I quote. I'll quote.
Not too far. Not too far. Say you go slapping.
No. You ever want a tough one? And I just
okay, yeah.
And then not too far.
Okay.
Tough one. Not too far. Fancy. I see. Charlotte Oduro.
Yeah.
And I quote. Counsellor Charlotte Oduro. And I quote. I will not allow my daughter marry a pastor if it is not the will of God.
For what reason? For what reason?
Big question. For what reason? For what reason?
Charlotte Oduro don't care about somebody. And what her reasons?
So I don't know her reason. I say, but we all know what happened between Mr. and Mrs. Oduro.
Yeah.
You know, pastors. Nice church. But unfortunately, as a marriage, I'm as Reverend Crabbe out say, I don't know, I'm she will be 12 times fit.
In Shemina on one of my counselor Manu Doggy. By counselor Baba TV that
yes.
Make sure you make sure good in bed
and or catch her and say, send a mano. Some wife pastor pa de ajinya mebemu unless it's the will of God, else she will not allow it. That one cry, God has to speak to her. God has to speak to her. Yes.
Nothing I could But anyway, in some sense, and I agree with her, but I disagree with her. In a sense that to whom much is given,
much is expected.
Yeah. And, you know, we have our own way, and Yadren say, Obi, ya sofa na de ya kwaware sofa, especially a kwaware sofa CCNA. We demand a lot from you as a sofa mami and as the wife of the pastor. Reason being that one, first of all, mostly before some of them have the belief that okay, no sex before marriage. You see, most of them before then they no taste then toshe of Osofo Nankasa before. Then they will end up marrying the pastor. So sometimes when they get into the marriage and the sexual performance of the Sofo is not as good as Moedoya, then it is difficult for them to, you know, even voice out or tell other people. Another obakachenu kun or something put Charlie honey, this thing they give me they love licking or they love doggy. When you don't catch yourself suffer back Kaish. Man shall not live by bread alone.
No.
Sex and a man shall not live by bread alone. And see, well, a lot of women front to the words of mommy.
Yeah.
Because obi all per life. And then a saka crash of mommy can put on wig on and makeup and all that. But first, and then I expect one day they will live a certain life which will set as an example to the church.
Yeah.
And that particular thing or push them into some tight corner.
Yeah.
And so getting married to a pastor no on your easy thing. I think I did a couple of research about getting married to a pastor, and few notes are being there is high expectations.
Yes, very
because
high
congregation they look up to you. time constraint. Asat, there be no time all day in your family, time that you need to have for family in Azan. You know they get because church member they call you say have this issue or be counseling at Damanaroko program or so sometimes pastor's wife the time no ide no kuni nyamana ebio or ye foreplay na otumi ye suffer ankasa no wa call counseling and deliverance anti wa bre so instead of suffer to do more foreplay suffer erecting and or penetrate so most Mamia suffer another suffer mami funo. They are not even enjoying their sex life, but who are they to complain? One thing is also about emotional strain because most often there are certain things they are going through. They wish they could live a regular or normal life, but I saw it wash when they hey suffer mami where they do this thing, and so. Emotionally, Nankasan, 1 year all right, a lack of privacy. Because she's also from amenity. The church, ni affairs be anchored or private affairs. Everybody wants to know.
Yes.
And so I side with her on that part. But where I disagree with her in there, your children have the power to decide
for
what
themselves.
They want to.
Yes.
So you do not have to listen to whoever your God is before they can decide who they want to be with. So if genuinely they want to be with a man of God, allow them.
And if it didn't work for her, doesn't mean to work for her daughters.
Yes. Counselor, software. Yes. Nurse. Another will buy a doctor, no cover software, only ye man. Different rice water, different equibway, answer Charlotte. Let the children choose their destiny.
Yeah.
At this stage, you want to be brainwashed one day.
Yes. No.
And to PKB, I don't know what you also think about.
Like you are saying, me, I totally disagree with her because, in fact, these are some of the extremely authoritative statements at time our bar radios or making it there. I actually didn't like following her. At some parts, she was okay, she was good, but some of her authoritative utterances, they were too much. And this is just one example. I thought she had just changed or she's now calm with her utterances. But look at what you are saying. You can't decide for your children. I mean, you have given birth to them. They are young girls.
You
and
can
your
only
age,
guide them.
yes, and on the time now and the time coming ahead for her daughters, it's not the same.
No.
2 different generations. So you can't say that you have to listen to the will of God or you won't allow your daughters to marry a pastor because of what you have been through. Of course, experience is fine. You can guide them with what you went through. Even that should give you the opportunity to help guide them in case they find a good pastor. You might not know, maybe one of your daughters will get a good pastor. They will build a very big church, bigger, and everything will be fine. And maybe that's through that God has used that to give you that. I say, sometimes if you don't get something good for yourself, your daughter,
what bubble to me,
yes, so she shouldn't close that door. I mean.
Well, sometimes people feel like whatever experience they've been through, automatically their children would also happen to them. But wish them well.
Yeah,
wish for good stuff for them. Probably it is not in their DNA to get married to a pastor.
Yes.
You understand? If it is the will of God, it will happen. But do not create that mindset in their head, because when you do these things, they are also going to pass to their next generation. They want to say, hey, mom, we're suffering. Yes, suffering has nothing to do with marriage. Of just course. That what responsibilities on our doors. But mommy, let them make their choice. Also for now, we're mijitum oyazan. Very hard. When you're the name your gazumpa. You can't complain.
Yes.
Because it can or a problem. It come who can some sex style be no kun in you ma. Not soften on your guy today be a be no as well. I say. I understand all those challenges, but mommy, do not push that on your children.
No
my woman won't make a decision.
Yeah.
Because seven there as of Fujuman, Nkakamba womb, dread womb.
Yes.
So if that would bring them wealth, allow them. Men decide the one. What's in on your and cheddar will be Ubian and it's at I say. So Charlotte, a word to a wise and what's what?
It's always in enough.
Or enough. A counselor, but you also a counselors. It's a counsel.
Double counselors.
Ata. Counselors are counseling Charlotte.
Yes.
It is what it is.
It is what
I
it
did
is.
this with my brother.
PKB.
And we are
out. Two. Yeah, go.
I don't want peace. I want problem. Always.
You get it. If you don't get it, forget. If you don't get it.
Yeah, how can you tell me this story?
All the lie. You said all the lie.